with our coloring today,
Yes.
you get to choose. You either go Blue Jays
Yeah, oh yeah.
or the Philly Fanatic.
I can't do this.
Why?
Even though I'm named after.
Yeah, that's why I
Is that why
figured
you brought
you'd be
it?
like, yeah.
Well, because the Phillies just beat the Jays today in spring training, so we don't want to see that.
Oh, shoot.
And this is, even though that's my namesake, this is where my heart lies.
Okay, so
Is that okay?
absolutely. Would it be bad if I did this?
No, you do that.
Okay. Just
It's also
'cause-
green too, right? You
Yeah,
know that?
I know. That's
Yeah.
why I
Oh,
thought
okay.
you'd be like all over. Oh yeah, but then that's why I was hoping you'd be more of a Sophie's Choice situation for you, but it wasn't at all.
No.
Be a sign.
I did an interview with a guy the other day from Philly, and he was like, finished the interview by saying, I just want to say I really like your name because it's the name of one of my favorite Philadelphia sports legends of all time. And I was like, yeah, that's who
I
I'm
know.
named after. And he was like, you're kidding me. And I was like, no, that's it. And he was like, he was an older man. And he couldn't believe it. And I told him the story, and he was just like,
Mind blown.
you're lying to me. And I was like, do you think that I just have that, I made that up as a lie that I tell people?
Yeah.
You know? That was funny.
Well done. Okay, so you've made your choice.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean.
Is it
we
a
could
time
just-
limit? Do we have?
No, not at all. Honestly, just go with the flow. Just color, and we're just gonna chat.
Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make Ace, which is the Blue Jays mascot's name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna make him blue because he's blue, and I'm gonna leave the jersey like he's wearing a home white.
Okay.
To
Are you
say-
gonna outline like that in blue or no?
I could.
I mean, it's
I'll
your.
start there.
No. You know
yeah,
what?
I'm gonna start there.
It's your.
Just because he's blue, so I don't want to do blue overload.
Okay.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
get what you're saying. Totally. Okay, so where to begin? Wow, there's a lot in the Dallas Green world that's happening. The Love Still Held Me Near, and that's your 8th studio album.
Well, 7. I mean, I have an EP before the first one, so you could call it 8. Sure, call it 8.
Okay. Yeah. Do you ever read reviews? Like, do you ever like?
Every once in a while, yes.
You do?
Just occasionally, but not often. You're talking about like
Album
a printed
reviews,
review,
like,
or like
let's
somebody
say-
on the internet saying that I look like
Yeah,
an
let's say
asshole or
like
something.
Kerrang or Exclaim or.
Sure, yeah. If it gets
like that.
if it gets forwarded to me, Trisha, my pal who runs my life, will occasionally send me a nice one.
Yeah. She doesn't send you the bad ones.
No, I'll find the bad ones
really?
on my own.
Okay.
Why did you find a bad one?
No, not at all. I'm just saying if you're like a bit of like an emotional cutter, that's what I call when you go out of your way to find bad things about yourself.
No, that's part of the reason why I don't really interact on the internet or like kind of really go on social media much, is because I don't think it's good, first of all, but you can't just kind of filter out the good stuff, and I don't think that's a good way of living. It's just filtering out the bad stuff
Yeah,
and
that's
only
true.
reading the good, so I just try not to read any of it. Although, occasionally I will stumble across a really funny negative comment, and I think it's always good for a laugh.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the funniest one you've ever seen? Oh, okay. I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
Someone wrote, Nelly Furtado looks like she's really let herself go.
Oh, see,
Come
like,
on, that
people
was
aren't-
pretty good.
people
That
are
was
just
kind of
the
funny.
worst, you know? They're just ruthless. People are ruthless. What's a good one that I read? I remember this is one of my favorite ones. I hate his stupid high voice. Pick a gender.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't it nice that we've built this this type of society for everyone to grow up in? You
Super
know?
open-minded and educated.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I really love the idea of somebody's contribution to society being, that.
Yeah.
Like,
just putting negativity out
yeah,
there.
douchebag 69 writes,
Yeah.
pick a gender.
Yeah, living in my mom's
Yeah.
basement 204. Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that actually a lot about your social media. It is very professional. It's not like
I've never
you're not going to be like, hey, here's me at Starbucks having a,
Yeah.
you know.
It's never been
Double
appealing
frappuccino.
to me. I've
Yeah.
never tweeted. I've never
Yeah.
been on Twitter.
Although I have seen your Twitter.
That's my friend Trisha tweeted.
Yeah, see, and she's very professional. She's really
Yeah.
good at it.
I've never been on
That's why-
Facebook
Ever?
ever in my life.
You don't even have like a secret little like stalking profile?
No,
that you
I
use
have
for
no interest in it.
Instagram or really?
I go on the Instagram because I do like I see the appeal of Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures. Everybody likes a picture.
Yeah.
You know, and it's good for when you like I like being convinced that I need a new guitar, even though I don't, by the algorithm.
Yes.
But yeah, the social media thing's just never been appealing to me. And the whole interacting and the, like, sharing your breakfast and all of that stuff, I've just never found
You're
it
missing out.
interesting.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I keep hearing that. But
Yeah, it's a huge part of the job. Well, I guess that's kind of tough to avoid, though, almost in your field of work, right?
well, I think I'm lucky that I was able to sort of build a fan base early on, kind of before that became like a real, like, you know, feels like everybody just has sort of said, yeah, this is how you have to do it now. You have to use these other people's companies that they've created.
Yeah.
And that's all anybody will take is like, you got to go on TikTok because TikTok rules the world. And I'm lucky that I think the people that like my music and have liked it since the beginning understand that that's what I'm going to give them is songs
Yeah.
and go out and tour and sing for them.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm offering,
Yeah.
you know?
I love your shows, I have to say. It is, they're very emotional. Your music is very emotional.
I'm emotional.
Yeah, you are.
It's an extension of me.
So, like, I've read a lot of things about how people are like, you know, you make grown men cry and stuff. So let's take a dip in Lake Dallas. What do you do for, like, shits and giggles?
I do exactly the same thing. I go on tour and I play music and I hang out with my pals on the road, and I think people that don't know me assume that I'm just this miserable person because of the way I write music, but I just choose not to write songs about goofy things or like vapid subjects. It's always felt more comfortable to write this way for me, you know?
I read actually a quote saying that, and just because I totally relate to it, and I'm sure a lot of people can, that like it's to help get all the stuff that's in your head, that's constantly going in your head, that monkey in your head that's going,
Yes.
to kind of get that out and get it on a page and just pull it out of there for a bit.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think for me, it's always like, since I was young, listening to records did that for me, you know. And then when I kind of realized that I was really interested in trying to write my own music, lyrically writing that way always felt like a bit of a, like I was letting things go, you know, or at least like it was a temporary break from the insanity that was going on in my head. So then when it started to connect with people, it was like, oh, okay, I feel like there's a support system there for me to share my thoughts and kind of help myself first and then hope that it gets out there and helps other people, you know?
That's awesome. So it's like you're almost like a little bit of a therapist without intending to be, I guess.
Yeah, because I guess
people take what they want from it, right?
That's the best part about music.
Yeah.
But I think that you learn, at least I've learned having, you know, traveled around the world for 20 years singing for my supper and talking to people about the music, that you learn that not everybody has the words to say what they're feeling for themselves, you know, or doesn't feel comfortable enough in whatever situation they're in to do so.
100%.
And music can be that for you. And so I take full responsibility of that, you know?
I think people can, I mean, if I was speaking on behalf of a lot of your fans, I would say thanks for sharing your diary with us.
Well, and there, again,
That's what it
going
is,
back to the
right?
social media thing, it's like, I'm already doing it.
Yeah,
I'm just doing it in the music,
yeah.
you know?
In the most personal way, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think you need a photo of the toast I had for breakfast.
But was it rye?
It was
Or
sourdough.
Oh, that was my next guess.
It was, yes. An avocado toast on sourdough.
Oh, how Vancouver.
Is it? I feel
Maybe
like
that's
that's just a worldly
sprinkled.
thing to do now. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, it's true.
But also, like, back to fun. I love sports, right?
What do you do? Like
Going to a Raptors game or a Blue Jays game is like a real nice.
You're Toronto, for sure.
I'm a Toronto dude,
boy.
yeah.
St. Catharines. One thing I wanted to ask, because I was in your merch store checking things out.
Right.
You have a jigsaw puzzle for Little Help.
Yeah.
How come? Was that your idea?
No, it was not. My friend Trisha. If it was up to me, I don't think that you'd ever be able to find anything with City and Color written on it.
Why?
Because I just don't feel that good about it all. And that's the whole reason I didn't call the thing Dallas Green, because I couldn't imagine people walking around wearing a shirt that said Dallas Green on it. It would make me want to throw up in my mouth. But Trish knows people like things, so she'll be like, we made a puzzle. And I'm like, does anybody want that? And then she'll be like, they sold out.
Yeah,
or
your
like she'll make
kids
a
are all sold
blanket.
out, yeah.
And I'm like, we made blankets. And she's like, people wanted the blankets.
You ever see them, like, have you ever seen one walking, down the street, all of a sudden someone's wearing a shirt or a pin? It must totally weird you out.
I see it all the time.
Really?
I went to the Raptors game the other night by myself, and I was walking back to my seat, and this kid was walking kind of towards me, and he was wearing, we did, a few years ago when I played a show at the arena, we did like a collaboration t-shirt. Here we go, I'm talking about more merch that we made.
That's okay.
But I liked this one because we did a collaboration with the Raptors.
Oh, that's gotta be
So
really
it was
cool.
like a city and color shirt with a raptor on it, blah, blah, blah. And I saw a kid wearing it.
That's huge though, like to have like one of your favorite teams collab on it.
It was really nice.
That's kind of a big deal.
But I saw him wearing it, and I just kind of went up to him and poked him, and I was like, great shirt. And he was just like, is it you?
Really?
And I was like, yeah, hi, nice shirt. And he was just like, ugh. It was a kid.
Oh my God.
And we took a photo, and it was nice.
Aw.
So that's always fun.
Really nice.
What do you think? The whole face? I'm really.
What are you feeling?
You're doing a lot
going
better
crazy.
than I am.
I'm going crazy though. I'm not. I know he's green, but I'm being
I have an idea.
eclectic about it.
I'm gonna do a red jersey like they wear on Canada Day.
You have a lot on the go with Alexis on Fire, and
Mm-hmm.
then City in Color. And I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is maybe just a rumor, but are you also working on something with You and Me?
Well, that's like we've got a bunch of songs written and recorded for a new album, but it's sort of difficult to try to find time for us to do it, just because Alicia's like pretty busy being, on top of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny to think that the first record came out in 2014, almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But we've got almost another record made that we've been
Holy
working on
cow.
for about 5 years.
That's so cool.
And hopefully we'll be able to finish it and have it out sometime in the future.
I feel like she'd be someone with a phenomenal work ethic.
She does have one, yes. She's one of the most impressive people I've ever met in my life, if not the most.
That's kind of awesome.
She's a real, obviously her talents speak for themselves when you see what she does. But,
Absolutely.
But it's her sort of, I don't know, it's her as a person that really impresses me.
And I feel like with You and Me, she actually you get to see the range of her voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's really important for her that I've sort of have realized that, because when we started this whole thing, I was my sort of normal neurotic self wondering why in the hell she was interested in doing this with me,
Yeah.
But then as I started to get to know her better and we became pals, and you realize that she's been in the pop music machine since she was 16 years old.
Yeah.
She joined a girl group, got signed, they got dropped. When that first Pink record comes out, she's 19 years old, and I think with the You and Me thing, she just kind of gets to be herself. Not that she Pink that's Alicia. Everything about it is her. If you know her, you know that she's just a crazy person who likes flying around and stuff like that. But I think with the You and Me thing, it allows her to step outside of that insane machine she's been a part of forever, and just kind of be in a band with her pal.
For the first time, I love it, by the way.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the only colors he is. What do you?
Yeah. Well, it was beak. And then
Yellow. No, great. Yeah, no, right?
No pressure, but
yellow or the orange. Maybe this yellow.
I don't know. You're the real Blue Jays fan.
Well,
they are Canada's team, though.
they are.
I heard the cover that you guys did of Sade's "Ordinary Love."
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's one of my.
That was so beautiful.
Can I tell you about the proudest, one of the, if not the proudest moment I've ever had in my lifetime?
Please do.
Okay, so I don't really tell people this story because it doesn't come up, and I just don't like to. Sorry, I'm really focusing on.
It's
not
okay.
going
It's
over the lines
the
here.
magic of the coloring.
So Alicia's manager, Roger Davies, who's a beauty, He is this guy who's been in the music business forever, and he manages a bunch of insane powerhouse women, like Cher and Janet Jackson and Sade. So when me and Alicia made that song, Matt over there played piano. He sent the song, our version, to Sade to like kind of, I don't know if it was to get her blessing, but just to be like, Alicia's doing this thing with this weird guy. Here's a song. And he forwarded me an email from her saying that it made her love the song like she never knew she could.
Oh my God.
And I read that. Now, Sade is very important to me. Like
she's a goddess.
One of my first true memories of like seeing music make somebody react a certain way is like watching my mother sing along to a Sade song and like the face she was making because she was just moved by it. Like I have that image burned into my head, and Sade's been one of my favorite singers forever. That's why I wanted to do that song. And so to read that message from her, like I had a full mental breakdown.
Oh my
Called
God.
my mom crying.
Like it would be so. I would go and hide. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I don't know,
that's
kind
of
weird,
how I reacted at first. Because you know, I never expected her to hear it, but the fact that she heard it and she liked it was very. I still have the email.
Oh my God! Don't ever delete it. Oh my God, that's epic.
No, and I delete emails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're hardcore. You're cutthroat.
I just don't like having anything
Mom's
on
like,
my.
have a great day. You're like, delete.
Oh yeah.
That's enough.
Get out of here. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. But that song is like, I had to replay it a few times. It was
That's
so
good.
freaking good.
Thanks.
Oh my God, well done. I have to say, what I remember from the first time I interviewed, and then again, this is 14 years ago, is you are so not aware of how freaking amazing you are. I think you have to give yourself more credit.
No.
Because I remember one of the questions I asked was like, if you could work with anyone, who would it be? And you're like, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't ask Neil Young. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you said to me. And
It's
I'm like,
I still feel that.
why? Like, it boggles my mind.
I just don't have that part of me, you know? Like, obviously I love doing stuff. I love making music, but I really like the sort of, I just like letting things happen.
Yeah.
You know? And so much of this business is about like forced relationships and like, we got to put these people in a room together and all, and I'm just.
Yeah, kind of like.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it totally.
And yeah, for me, it's like, it's not for me to say those things about myself.
Yeah. But at the same time, you should also realize like how much you're loved by so many people. And that's probably like awkward and weird, but
No,
at the same
I mean,
time, it's
I
like,
can appreciate it, you know, like
your voice is ridiculously good.
Thank
like,
you.
You're so talented, and you probably help a lot of people through a lot of shitty stuff, so.
See, like
Thank you.
That's enough for me.
Thank you. Congrats on your new album coming out right away, your new tour.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hearing to your collaboration with Neil Young.
Thanks.
When is it happening?
I'll get to work
Matt,
on it.
get to work on it.
Yeah.
Work on some piano tunes. Yeah, perfect. All right. By the way, this is, I'm sorry for massacring this, but
I think you did great.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's very nice meeting you again.
Again.